That's why they call it Champion League. Back on Monday, throw rock Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just reply.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Redskins. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Smith and the Redskins will come up now, 1st and 10.
On.
First carry for Darius Geis, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's go, 15. Hey, 4 down. 51 the mic, boy, 51.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Complete. Richardson has it. That one goes for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he's got this down to the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
86.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Third and 2, Smith. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. On the ground, Geis, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. Stafford now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And they get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Now he'll escape to his right. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go. I got 29. Hey, back up. Yellow. I said.
Now Smith. Jordan Reed has it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Geis receives the pitch. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
To throw on 2nd down, Smith caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Hey. 4 down. Yellow. Hey, back up. Here we go. Liz.
Here's Smith on 3rd and 2. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. It's a big play there for the Redskins on 3rd down. And even 40 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Flushed out right. Dumps it off for Geis. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll be a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Now it's Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Lions now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Edmonds. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Stafford. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. On second down, here's Stafford. Buying time to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Geis. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Hey, on. Hey, back up.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Redskins on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Smith. He finds his target. It's Crowder. They give him a gain of 38.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
They'll hand it now to Geis. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
22!
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. This is Johnson, he's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, here's Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Stafford. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Steps away to his left. Out to the left here to Reed. A big play there just before halftime. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. The final shot here before break. Smith. An incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Hopkins kick. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Just beating the play clock. Stafford escaping the pressure right and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. Abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
10.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you not got too many attempts shorter than that one, and I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now first and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. On second down, here's Smith. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38. Smith very much in control of this Redskins offense early in his tenure in D.C. He's got it first and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on second down is Smith. Flush to his right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Richardson. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's good for a Redskin first down. Richardson on the reception from Smith. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Lions. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Over the middle, complete. It's Lynch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Stafford now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Stafford throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. He'll buy some time right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Matt Ioannidis able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. From the gun, Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Stafford. Flushed out right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free, and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Smith now looking to throw on 2nd down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On first down at Stanford. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 2nd and 10, Stanford. He's going to let it fly. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football.